see or hear or listen or watch it. This is the bonus round. This is some little Grindhouse After Dark for everybody here. Because this video, man, oh man, oh man, where is that? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, I found him. He's coming. He's coming. Hit that like button while I find this thing. You got a bonus. This is going to be a good bonus. You're going to be happy you stayed. Oh, man. Where is... Oh, man. Grinders, you know what we do. You know what we do here. Oh, man. This is the video of videos. Whew. Now, just to take you some back in time. This is Philness of 8 years ago. And if you remember, there was Project Scorpio, which was the 1X, which they killed off in 2.5 years. And then there was the Xbox One S. What's stopping the music for this one? But enjoy this. Get ready. Oh, you want real ones? Here's a real one right here. Here it is, Grinders. Circa Philness. Enjoy this one.
Build like right that we shipped. Over the life of it, we will upgrade different components in the box.
Right. I guess it was Rod Ferguson confirmed to Polygon that the Xbox One S would actually be slightly more powerful than a base level Xbox One.
Yeah, let me talk
about... Is that
about
by design? Or?
Well, so what happens when, even on the original Xbox One that we shipped, over the life of it, we will upgrade different components in the box,
right?
Because it's like availability or the manufacturers of the drives or something that will give us a new model and we'll put it in
cheaper to build or
something
a little bit better,
like that.
Easier
so like
to
bandwidth
source.
On things on any of the generations of our console can go up and down a little bit. I'll say Xbox One S was designed. Let me put HDR kind of over here.
Yeah.
But Xbox One S was designed to run your Xbox One games the same way your original Xbox does.
Yeah.
I think what Rod was talking about specific to Gears, there's some things that happen that actually make his Gears run, the Gears build like right now, run a little better on Xbox One S than on Xbox One. I don't even, like, we're not done with the game when it lands. Yeah. The thing I want to make clear to people is they shouldn't buy an Xbox One S thinking it's going to run Xbox One games faster.
Right.
Because we didn't design it to do that. It is an Xbox.
I just want to chime in here in the sense that he had to backtrack this stuff because when Project Scorpio, the 1X, wasn't there, they marketed the 1S, the little white console. Man, the one time they won NPD, the little white 1S, the smaller one going from the VCR box, they promoted it that it was going to have HDR, it was going to have upscaling, and all these other things. Because I know why? I bought 2 of them with 2 Samsung HDR TVs for my 1Ss, and I thought that I was going to get an upres. And Rod Ferguson was saying that Gears 4 on the Xbox One S is going to look better with HDR and it's going to have sharper things. And the problem is that Phil now had Project Scorpio. So he had to do the upsell of Project Scorpio. So he had to make sure that that One S was not doing anything more like Project Scorpio is going to do. So already the messaging with the Xbox One was convoluted as fuck yet again. And let's continue, because it gets better.
Xbox One S. There are marginal differences in all the hardware, but it's an Xbox One. And it's Xbox One. That's how it runs the games. Now we have HDR, so it will support high dynamic range for 1K games, if I want to call them the Xbox One games.
Right.
And you'll get that in Gears, you'll get that in Scalebound, you'll get that in Forza Horizon. So it actually does.
Oh, what? Did he just say something? Wait a second. Phil Spencer, did you just name drop something that I didn't play yet? D'Angelo, did you play this game?
Right. And you'll get that in Gears, you'll get that in Scalebound,
I'll get that in Scalebound. Excuse me? Excuse me?
Scalebound. juicy, dirty, juicy, dirty, juicy, on that bitch Xbox. Juicy.
What are we doing here? Huh?
Games, if I want to call them Xbox One games.
Right.
And you'll get that in Gears, you'll get that in Scalebound, you'll get that in Forza Horizon. So
We'll get that in Scalebound. Excuse me?
it actually does run the games from that perspective a little better. If you don't have an HDR TV, you obviously won't see that.
Sure.
So, but I don't, honestly, I don't want anybody thinking the Xbox One S is some kind of performance improvement over the Xbox One, because it really wasn't designed to do that.
Okay. But Project Scorpio
Yes.
is, that's when we get into teraflops. That's when we get into going over the top and saying, let's put out the most powerful console on the block. And
Yeah.
That's right. Now, Project Scorpio, the 1X. Oh, this is early Philness, but grinders, you want to get your popcorn out right now, because this is the yellow brick road of the green brick road of Philness lies. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready for the Philness goat. Get ready. It's coming. Let's go.
Yeah, as I've shared in different places, we've been doing more work on PC, and we recently shipped Forza Motorsport Apex,
Right.
6 Apex on PC, running at 4K, and we've been looking at what it takes to run these games at 4K on PC, and we wanted to bring that capability to console. And as we were looking at the device capability you need, it was really 6 teraflops that we had to go hit in order to hit real high resolution, high fidelity VR or high fidelity 4K experiences. I'll get to VR in a second.
Yeah.
And
We'll go. We get the VR in a second. Oh shit.
so that we designed a spec around 6 teraflops. We looked at what we could get done this year, whether we could actually hit that spec with a hardware refresh this year. We couldn't. So instead of putting out something less than 6 teraflops this year, because 4K I think really is the next step between the HD that we have now and
Yeah,
the next step.
those TVs.
And remember, 4K he's talking about. He's not talking about upscaled or true 4K scaled. He's talking about 4 goddamn K. Okay, Phil.
Are not much more expensive
That's
than
exactly right.
any other 1080 TV.
Yeah, so we designed around 6 teraflops. It was interesting. As we were doing that, we started talking to people like Todd Howard, who you saw in our video around the announce of Scorpio, around VR, and really what they needed to bring the console-like experience you get in a game like Fallout to VR. And 6 teraflops, we made some slight changes in terms of memory bandwidth and stuff to make sure that we were also a great platform for high-fidelity VR experiences that a console player would expect.
It's not even pink, it's raw.
And Coop has delivered undercooked salmon.
Oh my God. What was that, Philness? You specifically tweaked things to satisfy Todd Howard to bring high fidelity VR to the console. Man, oh man.
To make sure
Legs crossed, lies abound.
that we were also a great platform for high fidelity VR experiences that a console player would expect. So, and I want to clarify one thing, because this is something I said yesterday around if you don't have a 4K TV, what do you do with Scorpio? To me, this is really around our motivation. Our motivation with Project Scorpio was with 4K coming, as you said, you see the TVs out there. We designed this console for that. And if you've got a 1K TV, and if you already have an Xbox One, that's what I said, don't go buy an Xbox One S thinking your games are going to play better. It's not for, if you like the design or you want the 4K streaming, great. HDR, great. But I'm not trying to upgrade you there. Scorpio is more powerful than the original Xbox, 4.5 times. And the 6 teraflops actually will obviously impact the games and the way they play.
Upcoming games. This isn't necessarily like, you're not going to like suddenly get better performance out of any disc you put in the system.
It's a great a great question. If you look at a game like Halo 5 implements something called dynamic scaling. So as scenes get more complex, in order to maintain 60 frames per second, they will actually change the resolution that you're running at. And they're not the only game that does this.
Right.
So then if you run that game on Project Scorpio, you're actually going to be at the max frame rate of that game more often. So and now, again, I'm not going to put that as a top selling feature of Scorpio because it's not all games use dynamic scaling. I'm trying to be transparent with people about where we are in the design of Project Scorpio and what it was designed for. It was designed in order to enable these high fidelity 4K experiences. So some of the existing games will actually run a little better if they're using dynamic scaling. But I wouldn't buy Scorpio to run your existing library of Xbox One games.
Get a little bit more performance out of Halo 5 is probably not a
no.
great,
I wouldn't suggest somebody does that. And then I got the question: well, if you have a HD TV and you don't have a 4K TV, should you go buy Project Scorpio? And I guess some people will do that. And obviously, Scorpio is going to be running the 6 teraflop version of a game,
right?
And that version of a game, even when downsampled to HD, will look different than the game running at 1080p,
right?
But I still think of the complete Scorpio experience as somebody that has a 4K TV with Scorpio plugged into it. To take Scorpio and then plug it into an HD TV, to me, feels like you're taking a 4K frame buffer and down-resing it to show it on your TV. And the box will have downsampling. Like, you know, it will obviously show up on an HD TV. But the real design point for us, the motivation behind Scorpio was 4K gaming, 6 teraflops. You know, some developers will take advantage of that 6 teraflops in different ways, but that was really the design point for Project Scorpio, and the reaction of the dev community and, frankly, the fans here at E3 has been fantastic.
That's actually something that I was curious about when you talk about 4K being the emphasis of that thing. But will there be any mandate coming out of Microsoft toward developers saying, like, you guys should really focus on 4K here? Or is it carte blanche for them to pursue that?
Like if they want to just have a 1K frame buffer and then up-res to 4K and take advantage of
use that
power in a different way.
In other ways,
We'll absolutely be open to that. I mean, we're going to talk more specifics about Project Scorpio, so we'll get into more of the details. But I think creative freedom and how you want to use the power of the box is something that I always support. I mean, I came from first. Are there going to be Scorpio exclusive games?
Right.
No, we're going to be responsive to that. We're at the beginning of a lot of things in trying to continue with our vision of your choice on where you want to play, who you want to play with. I like that we can even have the discussion as somebody who ships Shadowrun, and we're kind of working through all of those.
I can go directly to Blacknuts.
Yo. Incredible. Yeah. So, next time he tries to sell you something, take it with a grain of salt. Huge grain of salt. Because, man, oh man, that Philness, he is the GOAT. Phil Spencer, hit the horns, baby.
Rolling up in style, feeling like a king. Crowds got the fever, hear the energy sing. The Philness GOAT, bringing heat like fire. Xbox signing sections, taking fans higher. From city to city, we're lighting up the night. Controller in hand, he's a gamer.
Hit that like button, grind, there's no music coming straight at you.
World tour, epic Xbox fans ascend. Philness GOAT on a global spree. Autographs and high fives, so carefree. Everywhere we go, they know his name in the gaming hall of fame. From Tokyo to Paris, every game has a cheer. Fans lining up, cause Phil's finally here. Cosplaying contests, it's a gamer's dream. Living the excitement, riding the beam. Electric vibes in the air, can you feel the beat? Xbox logo shining, always so sweet. Every concert, every stage, an epic thrill. The Philness GOAT always gives you chills. Philness GOAT on a global spree. Autographs and high fives, so carefree. Everywhere we go, they know his name in the gaming hall of fame.
Hit that like button, grinders. Good night, and thank you again. Subscribe if you're new, become a member. Philness GOAT, we out.
Philness GOAT on a global spree. Autographs and high fives, so carefree. Everywhere we go, they know his name in the gaming hall of fame. From Tokyo to Paris, every game has a cheer. Fans lining up, cause Phil's finally here. Cosplay and contests, it's a gamer's dream. loving the excitement, riding the beat. Electric vibes in the air, can you feel the beat? Xbox logo shining, always so sweet. Every concert, every stage, an epic thrill. Philness Go always gives you chills. Philness Go on a global spree. Autographs and high fives, so carefree. Everywhere we go, they know his name in the gaming hall of fame.
Good night, grinders. Thank you again. Hit that like button, share it out, subscribe to the Gaming Grindhouse. More coming your way. Good night.